The 10 best foods for diabetes patients. If you already follow a healthy diet with whole grains, fresh fruits and vegetables, healthy fats and lean proteins, then you are already on the way to a long and healthy life, and you have already taken a good step towards controlling your weight and blood sugar. In addition, the foods on this list will probably already make up a large part of your diet. However, for those who are new to this list is probably very helpful. Not only are the following foods rich in fiber, antioxidants, vitamins and minerals, they are also familiar and easy to find. That means that you shouldn't hunt for exotic ingredients or shop at specialty grocery stores for foods that help you conjure up a healthy meal. Number 1. Asparagus. For the taste alone, asparagus is a favorite for many. However, this vegetable is also ideal for diabetics as it contains only 5 grams of carbohydrates, 20 calories and almost 2 grams of dietary fiber per serving. Additionally, asparagus is particularly high in an antioxidant called glutathione, which plays a key role in alleviating the effects of aging and many diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. An example is the preliminary study reported in 2012 in the British Journal of Nutrition, which suggests that asparagus may help control blood sugar and increase insulin production. Another plus for asparagus is the fact that they are very high in folate. Half a cup, or about 6 asparagus, provide a whopping 33% of the 400 micrograms of folic acid recommended per day. Also, foods with folic acid and other B vitamins can lower levels of homocysteine, a risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Number 2. Avocados are known for their monounsaturated fats. By replacing saturated fat with the healthy fats from avocado, they can help drastically reduce cholesterol level and the risk of heart disease. There is even a positive link between avocados and diabetes. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a study in 2008 that found that women who ate a lot of unsaturated vegetable oils, such as those in avocados, were 25% less likely to develop type 2 diabetes compared to women who ate the least amount. Technically, an avocado is a fruit, but because of its high fat content, 4 grams per a quarter medium avocado, it should be thought of as a fat. That same serving of avocado contains a nice 2 grams of fiber with only 2 grams of carbohydrates. Avocados are especially delicious in salads and sandwiches. Or make a dressing by mashing half an avocado with a little lemon juice, garlic or olive oil. To speed up the ripening process, place an unripe avocado in a brown paper bag, seal the bag and leave it on the counter for a day or 2. Number 3. Beans. You probably already know that beans are richer in fiber and a good source of protein. But now there are even more reasons to include them in your diet. In a 2012 study, the researchers found that eating about a cup of legumes daily resulted in a better blood sugar control and lower blood pressure. Furthermore, the consumption of more fiber can lower the risk of a fast stroke. In a recent study, the researchers concluded that every 7 grams increase in the total dietary fiber was associated with a 7% lower risk of stroke. The advice is to consume at least 25 grams of dietary fiber per day. Half a cup of cooked white beans contains more than 9 grams of fiber and counts as a starch and a protein. You can cook dry beans or use canned beans, but in the latter case, you are better off opting for low-salt versions. Beans are also perfectly suited as the main protein source a few times a week. For example, in salads, in soups, or as an alternative to ground beef in vegetarian dishes. Beans are also good for your wallet. they are the cheapest protein source there is. Number 4. Fish. The general advice is to eat fish at least twice a week. Unlike most meats, fish is low in saturated fat and cholesterol. Plus, it's also a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, especially fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, herring, trout, sardines, halibut, and albacore tuna. Omega-3 fatty acids lower the risk of arrhythmia, abnormal heart rate, which can lead to sudden death. Omega-3 fatty acids also reduce triglycerides, slow plaque growth in the veins, lower blood pressure, and reduce inflammation in the body. There are also indications that these fats can also reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. One drawback of eating fish is that some varieties contain high levels of mercury. While children and pregnant women are advised to avoid these species, the benefits of eating fish may outweigh the potential risks to other people as long as the amount of fish consumed is limited. Eating a variety of seafoods helps reduce the amount of mercury in your diet. A suitable serving of fish is the same as meat or poultry, about 100 grams per person. Although the fish could be more expensive than other protein sources, it helps a lot to keep costs down by preparing it at home instead of eating in a restaurant. Number 5. Flaxseed. Flaxseed is packed with the following healthy ingredients. It contains alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which can be converted into omega-3 fatty acids, thus offering benefits similar to those found in fish. Flaxseed is a good source of lignans, antioxidants that help prevent heart disease and cancer. A 1 tablespoon serving of flax seeds contains a nice 3 grams of fiber, both soluble and insoluble, and only 3 grams of carbohydrates. But note that the same amount also contains 55 calories. 10 tablespoons per day is certainly not necessary. Recent studies make a strong case for including flaxseed in your diet. Research shows that flaxseed may be effective in lowering the average blood sugar level in people with type 2 diabetes for a long time. In a small study reported in the Journal of Dietary Supplements in 2011, the researchers found that in people with type 2 diabetes who supplemented their diet with ground flax seeds, fasting blood sugar decreased by 19.7%, total cholesterol decreased by 14.3%, triglycerides were reduced by 1.5%, and LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, decreased by 21.8%. In an analysis of 28 scientific studies, researchers concluded that flaxseed significantly reduced LDL cholesterol. Another study found that people who added 30 grams of ground flaxseed to their diet enjoyed a reduction in diastolic blood pressure. While there is no specific recommendations, most health authorities recommended 1 to 2 tablespoons of flaxseed per day in whole or ground form. Enjoy the nutty flavor of the seeds on, for example, breakfast cereals, salads, or mixed in bread and smoothies. Number 6. Garlic. Garlic, the edible bulb of a plant in the lily family, has been used in medicine and cooking for thousands of years. Garlic is effective against high cholesterol, heart disease, high blood pressure, and cancer. The many benefits of garlic. Some studies have shown that blood cholesterol levels are lowered for a short time after eating garlic. To maintain this positive effect, it is necessary to keep eating garlic regularly. Another study suggests that garlic can slow the development of atherosclerosis, a condition that can lead to heart disease or stroke. There is some evidence that garlic can lower blood pressure, especially in people with high blood pressure. Garlic thus offers many different health benefits, such as lowering the risk of many cancers, but it is precisely in order to improve or even maintain the cancer-fighting properties of garlic. How you prepare the vegetable is also important. A recent study showed that leaving garlic after being squeezed or cut into pieces for about 10 minutes before being used in cooking can dramatically increase its cancer-fighting benefits. Chopping the garlic ensures that active compounds are produced that provide the distinct scent and stronger health benefits. Heating the garlic immediately after chopping leaves none of its cancer-fighting properties, so let it stand for a while. 1 clove of garlic per serving is often enough and contains only 1 gram of carbohydrates. Garlic is a great addition to pasta, sauces, stir fries, and many shrimp dishes. Number 7. Kale. It is no wonder that the popularity of this leafy green vegetable has soared in recent years. Kale is delicious, extremely nutritious, and a versatile ingredient in the kitchen. Half a cup of cooked kale contains only 18 calories and 4 grams of carbohydrates. It contains almost all important nutrients from vitamin A to zinc. The vegetable can also be steamed, baked, microwaved, or stir-fried. Like spinach, kale is also one of the green leafy vegetables associated with a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. An analysis of several studies found that people who ate the greatest amount of green leafy vegetables were 14% less likely to develop diabetes than those who ate little of it. Kale and spinach contain 2 pigments, lutein and zeaxanthin. Sunlight, cigarette smoke, air pollution, and infections can cause free radical formation. These 2 pigments seem to destroy free radicals before they can damage the delicate tissues in the eyes. They also appear to protect against cataracts. The best tips for cooking with kale. You can buy kale all year round. Avoid kale that has wilted, yellowed, or has leaves that have been damaged by insects. Wash kale in a vinegar water mixture. Dry it with a paper towel and then fold the leaves in half before cutting. Use kale within 5 days of purchase. The longer you leave it, the stronger and bitter the taste becomes. Wrap unwashed kale in a damp paper towel in a plastic bag and store in the crisper drawer. Number 8. Melon. When you are craving for something sweet, go for the cantaloupe. With its many varieties including watermelon and honeydew melon being the most readily available. While all types of cantaloupe are healthy, the most common ones contain a number of unique properties. Watermelon. Like tomatoes, watermelon is a good source of antioxidant lycopene, which can help protect against some cancers and cell damage associated with cardiovascular disease. When buying watermelon, go for the varieties without spots or dents. You can store a whole melon at room temperature for up to 10 days. 1 serving for diabetics is about 1 cup of diced watermelon. Honeydew melon. Honeydew melon. A 1 cup serving of honeydew melon contains 50% of the daily recommendation for vitamin C. Unlike other melons, honeydew melon provides a feeling of fullness quickly without many calories. Opt for melons that are heavy to the touch, slightly fragrant, and have no bruises or soft spots. Cantaloupe. This juicy melon is an excellent source of both vitamin C and A. Vitamin A supports eye health and also provides better night vision. Look for melons that are heavy and have a light scent. A suitable portion here is also a cupful cut into pieces. Number 9. Nuts. Nuts are one of the healthiest food choices you can make. Nuts and seeds contain a variety of heart-healthy substances, including unsaturated fats, omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, vitamin E, plant sterols, and L-arginine, which makes the artery walls more flexible and less prone to blood clots. There is also growing evidence that nuts can provide blood sugar control in type 2 diabetes. In a recent study conducted in Canada, the researchers found that people with type 2 diabetes who ate about 50 grams of mixed nuts per day enjoyed a result of lower blood sugar and LDL cholesterol. Because they don't need to be kept in the fridge, you can take nuts with you wherever you go, making them the ideal snack. A word of caution: because nuts are very high in calories, it is better to eat them unpeeled. Also, you do not eat a whole bag at once. Recommended servings: almonds, cashews or mixed nuts, 6 nuts, peanuts, 10 nuts, hazelnuts, 5 nuts, pistachios, 12 nuts. Nut butters such as peanut butter and almond butter are also another way to enjoy the health benefits of nuts. The recommended serving here is 1 tablespoon, and nut butters can also be used as a protein substitute. Avoid salted, sugared, honeyed or chocolate-covered nuts as they add calories, carbohydrates and salt to your diet. Moreover, it's even more difficult to stop eating these variants. Number 10. Quinoa. If you are looking for vegetarian options, quinoa is an ideal alternative to meat, but also other grains. The crop was already consumed by the ancient Incas. It was largely forgotten until it was rediscovered in the 1970s. Although it tastes or even looks like grain, it is actually a seed. What makes quinoa so unique is not only the protein content, 3 grams per 1/3 cup serving, but also its protein composition. The seed contains all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce, making it a complete protein. In addition to 13 grams of carbohydrate per serving, quinoa also contains folate, magnesium, manganese, iron, and vitamin B6. That same serving provides 2 grams of fiber and very low sodium. Like other whole grains, quinoa is rich in fiber and can therefore help prevent spikes in blood sugar and satisfy hunger. More than 150 different types of quinoa are now known, but white, red and black quinoa are the most common types. The small grains are cooked in about 15 minutes and are usually eaten on a side dish, such as couscous or rice. However, its mild, nutty flavor also makes quinoa ideal for salads or as a filling for soups. The diabetes diet in action. Eating healthy and good food doesn't have to be that difficult at all if you have to live with diabetes. The main thing is to keep an eye on the portions of carbohydrate-rich foods. However, by making healthy choices, you also ensure that these foods fill you up so that you are satisfied with a small portion. In addition, it is ideal to include the above foods in your meals as much as possible. Choose a small serving of quinoa instead of rice. Eat asparagus and kale dishes more often, and use beans in salads and soups. Beans, in particular, are an ideal choice for the carbohydrate portion, that your blood sugar levels remain relatively stable and you are also quickly satiated. Add garlic and avocado to your meals as seasonings. Eat a handful of nuts as a snack and reach for melon when you are craving something sweet. Eat less meat and more fish, and choose a vegetarian meal more often. And flaxseed is a perfect addition to a green smoothie in the morning or as a spoonful in the porridge. If you like this video, please subscribe below and hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when we release new videos just like this.